Wow. Hey. Lost in space and time for over 10,000 years. Alex on a mission we were never meant to return from. We have returned
where the comic shop does a podcast, baby.
Oh, my goodness. What a weird...
I'm Aaron Z. Lee, keeper of the Golden Goose. Honk, honk.
Oh, I'm Evan Coy, tyrannical comic book overlord, but we got one more round of intro music for some reason.
Oh,
my.
Because we're here with very special regular guest.
Alex, Dexter, Mike Kelly.
I'm going to move you over a couple inches. We're so...
Right in front of that beautiful on-air sign. If you've been following along and you're familiar with continuity, you know that I gifted that to the show.
Oh, now Alex is blocking. I'm going to move the on-air sign.
Episode.
Oh, keep going.
We're on air as... one more time.
Why not? Here we go, baby.
Does that work there?
We're fully caffeinated.
Oh, I gotta change the camera to see if that works.
With our sponsor, Monster Energy Drinks.
Not really our sponsor. It'd be nice to sponsor us, though. Hit it, Alex. Turn that thing on.
There's a out when you turn it on.
No. There's a button.
It washes out when you turn it on.
Hey-o. Oh yeah, and we totally lost Alex now. But look at those pyrotechnics, baby! It's Harborfest, and we're setting off our own fireworks here on the Oswego Comic Shop Does a Podcast.
We're flashing the on air because it's time to go live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
This is gonna be chaos.
It already is, but that's the joy of it.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe today we start off with old man grievances.
Old man grievances. We can do fast food grievances too.
Fast food grievances.
Fast food grievances.
One of our regular segments here we haven't done in a while.
It's fast food grievances.
Fast food grievances. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, yeah, no. One of my primary fast food grievances lately is ordering delivery and regularly not getting the drink or some major component of the meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would rather not get the drink.
No, I'd rather get what I ordered.
See, and Sarah often feels the same way, and it kind of turns into the whole... Well, you paid for it, so we should get it. It's like if you're gonna pay almost $5 for a soda, I want it to show up. Like that's almost half of one of the meals.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Now, if it was like a $2 soda, whatever. You know, you lose out on a couple bucks. No big deal.
Yeah, I just don't want to intake all that sugar. But of course, I just drank. We
got milkshakes going today.
A milkshake mixed with some cold brew. Which was delicious.
Did you have them add the malt too?
No malt.
Was there no offer?
Is that the thickener? Is
you
malt?
You can get malt.
Oh, I know you can.
How old are you?
When I get the Stewart's milkshake, I get the coffee milkshake with the cold brew instead of the milk, and then I have them add the extra scoop and the malt.
Oh wow, you know all the hacks.
It's very heavy.
I probably wouldn't want to do that, but.
It's delicious, though.
Yeah, I was talking about the affogato, which was one of my favorite things, because I like fancy coffee things. And affogato is espresso with a couple scoops of vanilla gelato. Delicious.
Mm-hmm. I, too, like avocado.
Yeah, they had that at Pittsford Dairy.
I don't think that registered at all, Alex, but that was good.
And I went all over Manhattan and New York City. We went to Chelsea Market when my wife and I were down there one time, and I was just looking for an affogato anywhere, and it was summertime in New York City. Found an affogato, Chelsea Market.
Do you like avocado toast?
Yeah, I like that too.
Mm-hmm. So I've never been to the Chelsea Market, but at PAX they had a stand from the Chelsea Market.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Evan saw that, and I got a delicious Arnold Palmer boba that had lychee jellies.
Was that good?
Oh, it was very good. Yeah, very refreshing.
I couldn't remember.
The lychee jellies were pleasant. I'm not always a big boba guy, but like when they have the fruit jellies, I will entertain it.
Cecilia?
I like how you said he got a delicious Arnold Palmer, and you said, was it good?
Mm-hmm.
No, but it had the lychee jellies in it. That's what the difference. Are you not even paying attention?
It's got the chunks. I want my drink to have the chunks.
Yeah, there's got to be a little...
Listen, I do like a chunky drink.
Mm-hmm.
When I was first introduced to boba tea, I was obsessed with it. I used to go to a place in Rochester when my wife and I, she wasn't my wife then, but she is now.
My wife.
I would go out there a lot.
Very nice.
And just always get boba tea at this one spot that was right next to Java Coffee. I don't remember what.
I will get a milk tea, like a milk boba tea.
It's been a long time though. I'm kind of over that.
The sushi place in town has like a halfway decent mango milk boba.
Mango milk boba.
Mm-hmm. It's very creamy, very fruity.
Fast food grievances.
This
I've
seems like a fast food celebration. Right
It
now.
is. I know. We
can get back into grievances. We can. I get gas station food every day I go to work, and sometimes I really want a breakfast sandwich, and you go in there and there's just chicken sandwiches at 9 o'clock in the morning, and that's my major grievance.
Okay.
That was so weird because I know how they think over there at the gas station that you often get your food from. They have this weird thing of, even though it's breakfast, and this is true, your shift could be any time.
Sure.
So this could be a breakfast for some, dinner for others. But they really push to do all of this wide variety of foods, and then your all of the non-breakfast stuff is sitting there. All the breakfast stuff goes, and it's like, why are you wasting your time and energy doing all of this big variety of food when it's just like, most people will want an egg sandwich.
There is a major misnomer because people will get like the mac and cheese or chili in the morning because there's no breakfast option.
And then they go,
oh my
mac
God,
and cheese.
you guys got all of the mac and cheese today. We'll put more out tomorrow. And it's like, I don't want that. I just want you to make me, like, give me a sausage breakfast sandwich and we'll call it a day. But that's fine.
Fast food grievances. I got a few of them. We haven't done this segment in a while. Driving back home from my family reunion, this is 2 weekends ago. Didn't eat anything in the morning. I was just still full from all the picnic food we had the prior night. Coming from the capital region, driving home, I'm like, I'll stop. And I'm starving. I've been in the car for 3 hours now, and now it's like 11 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything since, all day. And I stop at, I was going to stop at Clay because I was going to go to Larger Than Life, but wasn't open yet. So I'm like, well, I'll just keep going. Like, I can get back to Oswego. I got to Fulton. I was like, we're stopping at Taco Bell because I'm dying. I need to eat something. So I order the 3 soft beef taco supreme combo with an unsweetened iced tea.
Fair enough.
And get back on the road because it's always easier to eat a soft taco while you're driving than a hard taco while you're driving.
Especially from Taco Bell, because if it sits in the wrapper more than 30 whole seconds, the entire bottom of the hard shell taco is just goop.
Yes. So I pull out back on 481 or whatever. Reach my hand in the bag, pull out a hard taco supreme. I'm like, all right, well, they gave me the hard tacos instead of the soft tacos. That's fine. I take one bite, everything spills all over me. So now I'm cleaning up as I'm driving, creating a nuisance on the road. But I'm starving, so I eat that. And then I reach in to get the next item, thinking, well, they give me 3 hard taco supremes. And it's a bean burrito. And I'm like, is there anything else in here? No. So I got a bean burrito, a hard taco supreme, and I got my unsweetened iced tea, which was correct. But I was like, boy, they like totally whiffed that order. Fast forward to fast food.
Oh, there's more. Don't worry, there's more.
I feel like I've done a lot of fast food lately, which is kind of gross. Go to McDonald's.
Honk.
It was the next week. It was the next Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And driving around doing things. I'm like, all right, I'm starving. Just need to get something. I pull up to the drive-thru, and it's the jalapeno. They're advertising the jalapeno quarter pounder with cheese meal as their featured meal.
I mean, that sounds like a thing that I would eat.
Yeah, so I go, I would like the jalapeno quarter pounder cheese meal, a medium, please, with an unsweetened iced tea.
And they're like, are you sure about that?
Now this is the double drive-through. There's no one in front of me.
The double drive-through, the most garbage chaos version of the drive-through that leads into one window.
I don't want to use the F word, but F the double drive-through.
Yeah.
It's the worst concept in the world. No one knows what they're doing. Anyway, no one in front of me, no one behind me. Pull up to the first window and pay. Go to the second window. They hand me my unsweetened iced tea, and they say, can you pull forward? We're working on that burger for you. Sure thing. Pull forward. I watch the next 4 vehicles behind me all get diverted to that second little section over there because now they're waiting for their food. 20 minutes goes by. Finally, the kid comes out and goes, did you get the jalapeno quarter pounder? He has arms full of food. Did you get the jalapeno burger? I certainly did. Hands me an unusually large bag.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Should have questioned it. Didn't. Just threw it in the passenger seat. He's like, I just want to go home. Been sitting here for forever. I go home and I pull out the jalapeno burger with bacon. I go, oh,
Sure.
I don't remember asking for bacon, but there's bacon on this burger. And I pull out a fry and I go, oh, that's a large fry. I asked for a medium. Oh, and there's a second large fry underneath it. Oh, there's a fillet of fish in here.
Oh, somebody lost their
Oh,
entire
and
dinner.
there's a 10-piece nugget in here too. Like I should have said something, but I was like, whatever. Like I'm just at home now, so I got all sorts. But I can only imagine the person behind me ordered the jalapeno burger, and the kid comes out. There's no receipts attached to any of these
course
bags.
not.
He's got his big. What did you get? Jalapeno. The only question I was asked, did you get the jalapeno burger? Yes, I did, and I got a jalapeno burger with bacon. And every other meal that the guy ordered, which now that kid is probably getting reamed out, walking back inside, saying, "I gave away the wrong dinner or lunch to somebody." But the only question I was asked, did you order the jalapeno burger? I did.
A rare moment when it works out in your favor, although an extra 20-minute wait is so common at McDonald's that I will refuse to go there. Some people like to go there for break, and I know how short our breaks are, and I refuse to go because some people have said, oh, we ordered our food, and then 20 minutes later it came out. It's like, yeah, guys, you're gonna get jammed up over that. That's no good.
Yeah,
When my wife wants to go to McDonald's, I said, let's just stop at Aldi's and buy like a frozen version of whatever you want.
Yes.
And cook it at home, and it'll take less time.
I would rather go to the grocery store, buy the box of Jimmy Dean for less than I'm going to pay at McDonald's and get the same exact meal.
Yep. I love grocery stores. It's probably too much.
That's
just
there's
because
no sense. You can't love a grocery store too much unless you're a Wegmans purist and you go out of your way to drive, the 40 minutes from Oswego just to go to Wegmans to buy one thing of like gummy bears and then drive home. That would be a little bit too much. A bridge too
I
far.
do love Wegmans though.
Yeah,
What's
that's absurd.
He's down from Syracuse for school, and he would go up to Wegmans to get all of his groceries because it's the only place he could trust the meat from. Or so I was
really?
told.
Yes.
What he told me.
There's some good places for meat in town here.
So
He's
there's
unfamiliar with local butchers. I
a
guess.
fast food adjacent and topical grievance. I
go for
watched somebody in the break room the other day take the outer casing of a Slim Jim off, swearing that it was toxic poison and that you shouldn't eat it because it's plastic. And I said, no, you're wrong. It is still toxic poison, but that's their version of natural casing. That's the snap. Macho Man would be sad. There's no snap into the Slim Jim. You just gently chew into a Slim Jim.
Limp into a Slim Jim, I believe is the. So we're doing an experiment today where we're broadcasting this on Facebook, and we were getting some comments on Facebook, but it looks like it ended our Facebook stream after 15 minutes.
Oh,
that's
And it
no
also
fun.
didn't. Joe thought we could get comments from the Facebook chat into Streamlabs, but we weren't getting the Facebook comments into Streamlabs. So I think a good experiment. This experiment might be over because I'm not going to restart the podcast. But we'll have to see if there's like a time limit for that. Like, does it end after 15 minutes? Like, can you only do a 15-minute video?
Well, maybe there's more to be done.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I don't know. Just interesting. So thank you for joining us on Facebook. If you saw us on Facebook, we appreciate it.
I was hoping to get lots of comments and interaction talking with us on a comic book podcast talking about
Fast food. Yes.
This is my favorite time to be a guest person is when there is no topic and we just talk about stuff because this is 95% of the comic shop's conversations.
Yeah, things overheard at the comic shop.
Can I just tell you, I there's this thing, I don't know how long it's been on the menu at Taco Bell, but I'm a fan of it. It's the veggie fiesta burrito. Have you had this
I
before?
haven't had it. It's good.
It's like $2 and change, and it's a good little burrito.
Better than the Fiesta potatoes.
That's the Fiesta potatoes are good enough.
The pause there leads me to believe.
Well, I don't want to. Here's the thing: I don't want to poo-poo a thing that my wife likes. She likes the Fiesta potatoes quite a bit. If I were to choose between the Fiesta potatoes and the Fiesta veggie burrito, I would go with the veggie burrito.
Do tell. I need to know what. So McDonald's. It's basically McDonald's of Tex-Mex, but
Owned by Pepsi.
what is in the Taco Bell veggie burrito? I feel like they
all-
only have two vegetables, tomatoes and lettuce.
Well, you got tomatoes, lettuce, beans. I mean, it's a legume, but you would call that it's got that protein in there. It's got all. It's nothing mind blowing.
So he just confirmed that the only two vegetables are tomatoes and lettuce. That's funny.
I think
there
sometimes
may be.
you can get onions.
You could
Oh, onions. Yeah.
I don't know exactly everything that's in there, but it's got veggies and protein, and it's under $3.
I mean, and you can't go wrong with that. Fast food these days.
Yeah, Taco Bell's the only place you can still get a reasonable fast food meal for a reasonable price.
I mean,
Although
there
there is Wendy's. They still have the
I'm a
Biggie
Wendy's
Bag
guy.
5.
Wendy's.
I've always been a
in long
Wendy's
time.
guy. I like their fries because they still have like the skins on the fries.
I want to believe that Wendy's is like a higher quality of fast food when it's probably not. It's just
They present it well, though.
Yes.
They do.
I will tell
They
you this.
make me feel like it's better quality.
Yeah.
They have square burgers.
Typically, graphic design at fast food places is very good. Usually, when I walk in and look at signage in a fast food place, I'm usually pretty impressed with the signage.
You know who has the worst signage for fast food? KFC. You ever look at a KFC menu at a drive-through?
I've never gone
bad.
through
It's
KFC
it's
drive-thru.
chaos. There's 5,000 options available, and you just can't make heads or tails of it.
And it's big top carnival colors.
Yes, it's very poorly designed, but I would agree with you for the most part that I feel like there's a lot of slick, clean imagery at fast food restaurants.
I don't know how I feel about them painting the whole side of their building as an ad for KFC with the
Like the
Colonel
modern
Sanders.
one, like the recently updated version.
I think I want to like it, but I don't know. I think it's better than what they have been, but I think it's because their design has been so poor for so long that the change is like,
They
huh,
should
this
just
looks
go
good.
back to the rectangle store with like the red side. That's all.
Cecilia,
The best KFC advertisement is in the direct sub at Fulton. Have you ever realized that first inside window is actually a KFC window?
Oh my God, you're right. So the direct subs in Fulton, if you go into the second door, that used to be a drive-through KFC.
Oh yeah.
I don't-
Okay.
So when you open the first direct subs door, they scraped off the kernel sticker, but not the kernel residue. So you can still see.
You can
like,
see the kernel's
phantom
residue?
Kernel, yes.
Yeah. So
It's
there's
his ectoplasm.
what a fun series of moments living in a small area with many small towns, and you just get to like rehash a fast food place into a different fast food
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Like how Fajita Grill is in the old Taco Bell that was in Oswego, and they
Yes.
never changed the shape of the building. It is still the same Taco Bell building from the 90s.
They tore down an Arby's to build a Popeye.
Yeah, I know, right? That was a good one. Yep.
even Tully's still has such a Wendy
Yeah,
or a
Friendly's,
Friendly's
yeah.
look
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
That, yeah.
Yeah, Tully's to go, aka Friendly's, still same building, same layout.
How's that doing?
Tully's? I like
Mediocre,
Tully's.
from my
Media-
understanding.
Mm-hmm.
It is doing a sustainable amount of business. The last time I had any interaction there was when I went to get gas on the motorcycle this past week, and the house across the street from it was wildly on fire.
Oh God.
Really?
And,
Last week.
I lived in that house. Maybe.
What?
At one point we lived right across the street.
Oh,
from
okay. Yeah,
Friendly's.
like if you stood in the Tully's driveway and you looked across the street, the house had a 100-foot tall black cyclone of smoke coming out of it.
Cecilia, you better check. Maybe our old house burnt down.
Breaking news on the podcast: Michael Callie's house has burnt down. This is wow. You've heard it here first.
But that was
Aaron, your reactions.
I don't believe he was still living there, so I
It
think
was
he'll be okay.
Most likely college students.
it seemed like it. I pulled up. The cops weren't even there yet. Like the house was freshly on fire, and people were just like standing in the road, awestruck.
Freshly on
Recording,
fire.
yep.
That's a good band name.
Freshly
or-
on Fire, the name of your next single coming out from your album now.
But
Freshly on fire, yeah.
my point of that with the Tully's thing was, so I got called back into work to put barricades out, and we had to barricade off the Tully's driveway because like there's fire trucks and everything in the road, and the manager legitimately came out and be like, "Why are you blocking our driveway?" Like, sorry, man. I'm sure like the 4 people here are really upset that they can't leave and drive down Bridge Street. Sorry. I guess
Yeah.
the people across the road that just like lost half of their house are probably in a little bit worse shape than your slow business night.
My convenience.
I know.
Give me convenience or give me death.
Yeah.
But that-
exactly.
that-
Breaking news: Department of Works no longer cares about fast food restaurants or business.
Oh, that's-
Inconveniencing customers #1 priority.
That's a bald-faced lie. DPW is probably like the #1 supporter of fast food in the area. There's, yeah.
Say no more.
What does the average DPW worker consume in a week?
Oh my God.
Or you can just start with a day, but like if you want to make it a couple days or
So there's one guy who loves fast food, like does not eat vegetables. That it's just not in his
It's you.
wheelhouse. I mean, I hate vegetables, but
really?
I begrudgingly eat a salad now and then. I had a side salad with my dinner last night.
very good. I'm very proud of you.
I've often been described as a veggie man.
But
You are a veggie.
every
man.
Friday he has the same routine. He'll get somebody to take him to Burger King. He gets a large chocolate shake, a large Coke, a large onion ring, a large fry, a chicken sandwich.
He gets an onion ring and a fry.
Yeah.
Wow.
He eats probably about 4,000 to 5,000 calories for lunch.
For lunch.
For lunch.
You're talking one meal.
Yes.
How big is this guy?
I don't answer that.
He's a size.
Yeah, that's.
Every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's impressive. But that's not a cross section of the whole DPW.
No,
That's just
there
that's a
are-
more extreme example. I want to believe.
There's a lot of employees, so there's a pretty wide variety of healthy people and unfit people and older people and younger people. I can't say that every single person goes and gets like a large Little Caesars combo for lunch every day, but there's an amount.
As the mouthpiece for the whole DPW.
Yeah, yes.
Would you rank the gas stations, fast food places
Oh, I
in
could.
the entire? Could we do like a top 3 or a top
Oh,
5?
my top 3, or
Yeah,
like the
well-
top 3 that are currently visited more often than not? Because really, there's only. I mean, I feel like this is like a video that I watched the other day where you rank the quality. Like something popped up. It's like there'll be 2 subways in town, and the locals refer to them as the good subway and the bad subway.
Well, actually, we can rate subways too.
We could.
Yeah.
We have 3, 4.
I think
No,
have
they got
three
rid of the
'cause
Walmart
one. in
one.
Walmart closed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See,
So
what's
I think,
four?
room.
which I think was the 4th one,
Yes.
or maybe the 5th one. I think there's one in the college.
Is there one in
Oh,
the
is there
college?
one in college?
I think so.
We need Joe to answer that.
A subway
question
at
for
the
us.
college?
Yeah, I thought it was
There's a
in one of the like an express subway in one of the halls.
That would be news to me, but I also haven't worked there.
Yeah.
in-
But either way,
time.
number 1, fast track.
Yeah.
The only downfall is there's no place to sit, so you have to go outside, and then everybody thinks you're a bum because you're taking your break and you're like leaning on a truck with 10 other guys.
What
Bur-
makes it better?
Better selection of drinks. They're usually stocked well. The food is a little bit better. The price is okay. Burn dairy. Selection is but the price is cheap. Like I could get my whole breakfast and feel reasonably sated for like $9. And then the disappointing but easy option on the east side of Stewart's, where it's good enough, but boy oh boy is it expensive.
Is their pricing so much more expensive than other? I just feel like
A breakfast sandwich, a Monster, and sometimes like one other small thing will sometimes cost me $17.
yeah,
my
I
God.
just,
Breakfast sandwiches are very expensive.
Yes.
I feel like the pricing in the past like couple of years has gone
It's
through the
aggressive.
roof.
It's aggressive in my opinion, but it's a convenience store, and I could always just bring my breakfast, but
That's not convenient.
nope. I don't really want to have a damp PBJ that I took out of like a cooler,
Damp PBJ.
or like some of the guys who will stop at the convenience store
That's a
on the way
tobacco song,
to
right?
work and then eat their like hours old breakfast sandwich, like the English muffin that has been sitting in the foil for now 3 hours, and they take it out of like a soft cooler bag. But yeah, that's my top 3. I don't really go. I'm not a Dunkin' Donuts guy. I don't think I've ever stopped at the Valero over on First Street
No.
to see whether or not they have anything there.
The one across from.
A+ is scary.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Valero by like?
Over by the heroin park.
Yeah.
No, the Valero.
That is the only place I have ever been called a racial slur.
Oh, wow.
I went into that Valero, and there was a gentleman standing in front of the door, and I walked in and I said, "Excuse me."
What a jerk.
Yes.
Scumbag.
So I'm cashing out for my things, and he's glaring at me. I can feel his eyes in the
Yeah.
back of my head. And I just turned around and I said, "Is everything okay?" And he says, "No, I have a problem with you." And then he called me the N-word.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's-
That took a turn I didn't expect. I
Yeah.
didn't think we were gonna go
Bold.
there.
He was ready to fist fight me because I asked him to move out of the way of the door so I could get in and purchase.
Because you
my
said
energy drink.
excuse me. Yes.
Yeah,
dare
that
you be
that
polite.
was a different one. I'm not
Wow.
really sure how point A to point B happened, like what he was thinking while I was in the shop that made him so
He
heated.
was thinking he could rob you for heroin money.
Maybe his girlfriend was yelling from outside the store
Oh, perfect. Yep.
to tell him not to do that.
This seems
So
like
this
a
seems-
perfect
yeah.
representation of that one block
Yes.
of Oswego. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Aaron, what are you drawing?
This is a little zombie guy.
I thought you were drawing Slimer from over here.
Yeah, he's
look
very
like
green.
Slimer.
He's very green, but I got a limited color palette here, so if you're doing a zombie, you got to lean into the green.
Lean into the green.
And you got a little hand in there, got a little eyeball coming out. And it's right next to, this is something I drew the other day. This is zombie Nicolas Cage.
Nice.
In
Nicholas
his
Cage,
upcoming
one of
movie,
your standards.
Yeah.
Zombie Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, every time I had to wait for my wife, I would draw Nicolas
just
Cage. So I
back
started drawing him again. And then this is just a little bald guy.
Beautiful. The handsome man.
I wonder, has Nicolas Cage ever played a zombie?
I don't know.
He's played so many roles.
He's played a vampire. He's played a man
He's
who
played a
thinks he's
vampire many times, as far as I remember.
Yes.
More than one?
Yeah, because he was, I mean, most recently he was in
Renfield.
Renfield.
Yes.
Which I think is streaming on something.
I feel like he was
Already?
in The Vampire's Assistant.
I would
Wasn't he like the
think so.
vampire in, I don't know.
He was Ghost Rider.
when
He-
you don't
yeah,
turn down
yeah, he
movie
was.
roles, you can do anything. He was a pilot on a plane where a bunch of people got raptured off of it, and he wasn't quite sure how to handle that.
Yeah.
He was in Leaving Las Vegas.
I should have asked some of my friends that went to go see Pauly Shore if he told any of the Nick Cage stories. You saw
Yeah,
saw
he
Pauly
just
Shore.
mentioned that Nick
Okay.
Cage is his
neighbor. Well, because I guess like the understanding is like he doesn't want him to talk too much about that. Just
Nicolas
because,
Cage
yeah,
doesn't?
he just likes
That's
to
my
have this kind of
understanding.
quiet life, and like Pauly respects it, but they hang out sometimes, and he's just like sort of expected to not talk about hanging
like
out with Nicolas Cage.
Like he's got his number,
yeah.
and he'll call him about different ideas, or if somebody's interested in something.
Jonathan Legoman, here's the point where we disappoint the comic shop people in the chat because we're not
We're
paying attention
great
to
at
any
this.
comic book material.
The Two Believers.
Not to derail the fast food talk, but did anyone watch the finale to Secret Invasion yesterday?
I watched 10 minutes of the first episode.
I didn't know that was a show. I thought it was a movie.
I didn't know it was over.
I thought that it went on hiatus and they weren't airing it for a few more weeks. So there's 4 different takes on not watching Secret Invasion.
Well, here's I had mild interest in it until they used AI for the intro, and now I feel real weird about.
Yep.
Yeah, after especially after all the whole strike and everything that's going on, the usage of AI in like film and TV, I guess it's TV, but not. It feels weird and bad.
And I like Sam Jackson too. This should be a slam dunk for me, but they had to go and gum it up with AI. And we've talked about this before, like the beautiful job they did on the credits and the bumpers for She-Hulk, by hiring an artist, and they even had a courtroom artist using like a Cintiq in several of the episodes.
so yeah, they did. It was like a bunch of courtroom drawings.
Yeah.
Of She-Hulk cartoony style that really fit the theme of the show, obviously, and just very very well done, and again a great way to use real artists to create some cool additional content for the show. But yeah, AI and I get it. It's supposed to feel like it's alien and weird, and it's like it's a cop out. Like you could hire an artist to make something cooler.
It doesn't
And
look.
so
I did watch the intro. It doesn't look that good.
Yeah. I
There's
don't
a
know.
place for
Looks like
AI
AI.
in the world, but they're treading into stupider and stupider territory in terms of using it.
As far as concepting, okay.
Sure, I could see that.
But
you
the
know, you
final
want a
output
little bit of a leg up trying to figure out a thing because you don't have Galaxy Brain to come up with 80 million ideas and versions of it.
But
Sure.
it's Marvel and Disney though.
So they literally have, a billion people that could do it because they'd be They could say, "Hey, can you draw a free version of this, and we might use your concept art."
We're gonna go to AI Michael Kelly real quick. I think AI is great. It's one of the best things ever.
Can you make it look like you have 7 or 8 extra knuckles on your hand if it's in the shot? Because AI seems to struggle to render hands in any video.
Oh, I did it. I did it. AI Michael Kelly, and now the whole thing froze up here.
Oh, it's over.
All the cameras froze up.
took
We're still on
over.
the air.
We're still on the air.
knew-
but the
See,
camera-
it knew I was
Yeah.
making fun of AI Michael Kelly, and got mad at me.
You
Let
had
me
to
see if I
shut
can-
down the whole system.
Let me see if I can restart.
Gain sentience.
Chat
Are we
GPT
still streaming?
dot AI dot Michael Kelly.
Oh, there we go. I think
Now
I think I
you
fixed it.
can subscribe $10 a month to get responses from an artificial intelligence version of Michael Kelly.
That is funny though. I brought up AI Michael Kelly, and he shut it down for a 2nd He's on to us. Michael, were you going to say something?
Nope. I'm
Okay,
all
very
good.
good. Good.
I wasn't sure if I had to talk for AI Michael Callie today or not. I was hoping. I didn't have to.
The AI does that itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't even know because the echo was already occurring.
Yes.
Perfect.
I don't know. What do we want to do? We want to look at some D&D books.
We can look at some D&D books. Do you want me to hand you
yeah.
some stuff?
Do you mind? Can we switch over to some D&D? Look at some old fantasy stuff here.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I am going to continue to draw this zombie. I'm drawing flannel on him, for God's sake.
Does look good.
Thank you.
Some sort of flamby.
Ooh,
Is it-
deities and demigods.
That's
It's
a really
that's a
fun
good
book
song.
to look through. I have pictures of almost every single page on my
Is
phone.
that a satisfying just...
It is a good noise.
It's like a cat purring. All right,
Deities and demigods. This is like what? 1977, 78?
oh, is it for real?
Yeah.
It's a first or second
Ooh,
printing.
ooh.
This is
very
first
old.
printing, 1980 TSR.
Look, okay. Look at these beautifully yellowed pages. You should let me borrow this and scan this.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People love textures and anything else. Yeah.
This is authentic, nice, chonky, toothy. It's not really newsprint, but it's got that chonky, toothy newsprint. Look, ooh, yeah.
I learned a term from the
I'm
South
not
Spiegel
kidding.
library director.
I'm not joking around.
I know. Okay, geez, sorry. I learned.
This is serious.
I
Evan.
learned a term from the library director of Oswego, who was looking at some of these books the other day with me.
Was the term
And
chonk?
he said foxing.
foxing. I've
He
never
said these books are in great shape because there's no foxing. And to me, there's like a little bit of patina there. There's a little bit of wear.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when they start to get really like moldy and weird on the edges, it's called foxing.
Is that because like foxes spray like all the other gross vulpine like animals?
I don't know.
If it's an
I
old
gotta give
school
this book a
term,
sniff.
Probably.
Just like,
Give it a
just
sniff?
Has
Oh,
that kind
yeah.
of gross
Smells like lead paint.
pissy color.
This
to it.
passes the sniff test. You got to give this book a smell.
Let me give it a hold on. Let's
Give it a
scan
sniff.
If you were to describe this, describe the smell to the viewers at home.
Grandma.
Fourth floor of the library.
Yeah,
Like a little bit of must.
a little bit of ink.
Little bit of grandma.
Yeah. That,
Getting notes of hemoglobin.
that's what you want. That's what you want in a good book.
It goes back to our Jeffrey Lewis conversation of smelling old comics. It's the pervy thing, but
Is it?
the smell of that paper,
It's a
man,
book.
takes you to a place.
That's right. That's right. This is
I
beautiful.
feel
Look-
like if from an outlier's perspective, if you were describing what you did on a Thursday night and you're like, you know what? We got together in the back room of a building and we sat around and we smelled books.
We huffed old D&D books.
I feel like
Yeah.
like the average person would be not only confused about what you're talking about, but confused about who you are as a person.
I'm here and I'm confused. so
Yeah, that's my entire life.
hey, that's good book. All right.
Yeah,
Let's keep going. Let's
Not
look at
waste
some of this stuff.
Look at this little Poseidon ink drawing here. This is beautiful stuff.
there's some very cool stuff towards the back of that.
We got a lot of
It's-
words. Yeah,
It is interesting the style of like I pulled a 5th edition player's handbook as well.
Yeah, night and
They're
day
just,
difference.
just so
Yeah.
so different.
He's
the-
puppeteering this little gladiator guy.
If monsters looked more like that, I would play D&D.
They can look-
I like the old school design
They
stuff
can
more.
look however you want them.
Look at these
to
little
look
guys
like.
running. Get it, buddy.
Yeah, that's a great point.
It was some Northwest
if-
No
Coast
reason to
style
not play
stuff.
5e with 1e design.
Mm-hmm. You can imagine the monsters to look however you want
Ooh,
to.
This guy fighting a bear. Very cool. And some more Northwest Coast stuff. I like the Seahawks logo because it's Northwest Coast style. Whenever kids at school ask me who my favorite NFL teams are, of course I gotta say the Bills.
Yeah.
But I also
I mean,
think
you don't have to. You could tell them that you don't like being disappointed.
Go Bills.
but it's a mirror of my own life, you know. No, I'm just kidding.
Bills.
I just see a reflection when I look at that. No, but people get excited about it, and my in-laws really like the Bills. So,
Yeah.
and so it's one. But I also really like the logo for the Bills too. I think it's one of the best logos in the NFL.
It's a flying buffalo.
And I always choose my other teams based on logo and proximity to where I live. So those are my two factors.
I like
Nothing else.
that kind of long-standing comedian's bit of who would win in a fight with sports mascots. Some of the NFL ones would be interesting because they're strong and ferocious animals or like sort of mythological beings, and then it's like
the Browns,
the Patriots.
So are you talking
versus the Bears?
Are you thinking of the hypothetical creatures themselves or the people in the costumes?
Yes.
All right. My favorite mascot out of any sport is Gritty from the Flyers.
That's pretty good.
And there's-
Gritty's such a dick.
Yeah, if there's anyone who I would bet on to win the mascot fight, it would be Gritty.
Take the bull by the horns.
I mean,
There's
if
the joke.
that's
waiting
just like that's just like a Northeast thing though, because you say you like Gritty, and like my brain goes to the Fanatic. I feel like Gritty and the Fanatic are probably played by the same person because it's different seasons of sport.
This
Same guy,
thing is
two
beautiful.
costumes.
There's a drawing here of this guy manipulating these wolves. This is a beautiful ink drawing in there.
Yeah.
Rosloff. Don't even know who that guy is. Very cool.
Are there
looking
art
stuff.
credits at the beginning of this book? I feel like there's not.
Probably not.
I think this was before they believed in giving people credit for their work.
Well, this is kind of like what Mike and I were talking
Cover
about when you were
painting.
looking through. What was it? What
I was
books?
looking at White Wolf catalogs.
White Wolf catalogs, and you were trying to find the art, the specific art of somebody
Yeah.
or credits for it, and then we got on the topic of, well, they probably weren't
hot for TV.
credited or attributed because it was like border art or things that were design related as opposed to actual artistic.
Hold on, you went too
pieces.
far. This is interesting. This particular book, it's like a $60 book, but because it has this unlicensed Cthulhu mythos section, it had to be scrapped and reprinted. So this actually makes this like a $250 book as opposed to like a $60 book, which is pretty cool.
If anyone's
Oh,
interested, we
wow.
have it on the official comic shop eBay for
But
the
yeah,
low price of $250.
Yeah, but apparently they didn't have the rights to print this material, and someone was paying attention and said, "Hey,
Can't do
stop
that.
it."
Cease and desist. Ooh,
Which
the
is a
deep
shame
ones.
because there's some really, really unique takes on Lovecraftian characters in that.
Yeah, I like the deep one. That's fun. Ooh, this
That's
is
fun.
great. Yeah, it's like Hieronymus Bosch.
Uh-huh.
Some more Bosch type stuff. Where's Aaron Berlin when you need him?
I know. He's been doing. Is he going to do some like
Yeah,
Halloween themed
I
videos with you
believe
guys?
I believe we
Yeah.
rescheduled to this Sunday.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Because there will be no shampooing of the carpets.
yeah, no carpet shampooing.
Oh, that's the biggest thing that happened all week. I shampooed the comic shop floor carpets.
no.
He
I did.
It actually
You
made a
couldn't
difference.
tell?
Well, I mean, some of
we
the deep brown stained, like from the commonly treaded areas, I now that I look down is distinctly absent.
You should. I mean, we pulled a lot of dirt out of there.
I'm
And when I
sure.
walked in 2 days later, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
like
it
it
smelled.
had a whole different
Yeah.
aroma that was like pleasing, and I was like, "Wow, this is great." So there, mind your own business.
I'm scared.
All
I'm
right, it's all
scared for the carpet now. I figured that the soil and the gum and everything that people tracked in here was the only thing holding the carpet together.
Apparently, the last time the carpets were cleaned, it was a very similar situation to yours,
Well,
Evan.
yeah.
Martin was telling me that
So-
Brian did the same thing, and it was just like, all right, when is this water going to stop being black?
Like with how much foot traffic you get, and because you're open all seasons, you would have to honestly shampoo the carpets a few times a year
Yeah.
for them to just
Yeah.
stay clean. But that's not realistic. And eventually, you just wear big holes through the carpet. It would be a sad time because then you'd just be walking on concrete.
It's not the same old carpet anymore.
Or it could be walking on sunshine.
Whoa!
My mom hates that.
We got to be careful. We're one
Man.
step away from
From
getting a
digital
DMCA.
digital
You
media
think so?
copy.
Does it work like that?
It was
Jonathan-
close enough.
No, Jonathan Lego Man, as a film nerd, I feel obligated to bring up the new D&D movie with Chris Pine. Is a fun comedic adventure movie. I just got it from Mama's Geeky. Glad Mama's Geeky still talking to you.
Yeah.
I saw that pop up on the old new movies and thought about watching it for about 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And then remembered the last bad D&D movie that came out and went, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably like watch some highlights of this and that'll be good enough.
Yeah, the old one seems intriguing to watch nowadays, though.
It's very mediocre. I'm
But
sure
it's got
this
Jeremy
one,
Irons chewing the scenery, though.
I'm sure this one is okay, but
Is there an animated D&D movie too?
there is.
There is. Is that
A movie?
I believe
or
there
a
are actually
cartoon?
a couple. It's
I've
not.
seen
No,
advertisements
it's
for
not.
it.
It's not worth it.
Not worth watching.
Most of the D&D subsidiary things, unless it's something that you're like trying to hunt down the cartoon version of an R.A. Salvatore book.
Okay.
Like
That
if you
makes
could
sense.
find something like that, it would probably be worth watching. But most of them have been notoriously, phoned in.
Cash grabby.
Yeah, it just feels like a regular like fantasy action movie. Like there's like they say words like Mordenkainen and it's like, oh cool, yeah, that's like a famous wizard or something, but you never see him and they don't cast the actual spells.
Jonathan Legoman, it's such a better movie.
I'll have to give it a shot. I believe
I've heard
John.
good-
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it. It's just not my. I don't think it's up my alley.
My frustrations are how much they monetize the ever-living piss out of it, including making Wizards of the Coast super decisions like making magic cards for it that you'll never get if you didn't already buy them because they'll never be printed.
What set was that in?
It wasn't even a set. There was like 5 or 6 cards related to the movie that were released in a secret layer type thing,
Okay,
but not actually a secret layer. I don't believe it was actually a secret layer.
I don't remember.
release.
I totally forgot about that until you brought it up. That it
Yeah.
was like a subset of something. Yeah.
And the cards are pretty good. So
nice.
But they're
You know what's
$100
a fantasy
good?
movie that I wouldn't mind watching again?
$400
Has
good?
anybody ever watched
no, there's nothing like
Cull?
that crazy.
You ever seen Cull?
Cull? No.
Cull the Conqueror?
Oh, I have heard of that movie.
There's a Cyclops in it. I caught it on, must have caught it on TBS or something
A
as a
Summers
kid.
brother?
The Smothers Brothers.
The Smothers brothers. Oh,
Yeah, Steve Martin shows up to write the
Yeah.
Cyclops in the middle of the movie.
very good.
But I remember seeing bits and pieces of that growing up, and I think it might be an interesting watch to go back to. And it's probably free on something. Like all these new movies are trying to get my attention, but I'm just like, let me dig through the garbage. What's on Tubi? What's on Pluto?
What can we
Austin
find with
Powers. I mean,
practical effects?
Well, what's this thing I was moderately interested in back in the 90s but didn't have the money for? Now's the time. Now's the time to check in on it.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, and now it's hard to check in on anything. So the fact that Tubi is the go-to, or Crackle's a good one.
Crackle still
Yeah.
exists?
Crackle
Oh,
does
yeah.
still exist, and it's
Wow.
still free.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
They-
we pay for the streaming, but I watch
You
the
you
free
get to
stuff.
see all the fun overlaps where you're like, oh, the license for that was just handed out to anybody that wanted it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't need to have Netflix and Hulu. Like I could have just got on Crackle to watch, Mission Impossible 1.
I've only seen 1 and 2. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
There's one called like Ghost Protocol. I think he probably suspends himself from some sort of ceiling or helicopter in a dangerous moment, some kind of impossible mission.
Am I the only one that just doesn't care that he does his own stunts? Like you're a
Oh, no, I
60-year-old
don't care
man.
at
Can you
all.
just
Yeah.
stop? Like you're not
He's not
impressing me.
special for it.
It's
Other
not-
people
it's not
do it all
safe.
the time.
It's not safe, too.
No, we had a whole podcast on why it's not safe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did.
Jonathan
We talked about
Legoman, Cull $4 on Prime.
Oh,
Yeah, but you can get it free somewhere else.
I mean, if you don't want to support the arts, that's fine. Go steal it.
Well, I'll pay for it with the ads. Plus, it'll give me a break to go pee.
love it.
I'm just saying.
All right, we're gonna switch gears. We want to open some Desert Storm Victory Series
Ooh,
trading
God.
cards.
Oh my!
I know you've been waiting for
I've been
this,
waiting to
haven't
open these up for a while.
Well, you're obviously going to have to do it over on the document camera.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by the mystery of these.
So let's go. Let's open up some Desert Storm.
50 cents.
This is Operation Desert Storm.
Coalition for
This is the
Peace.
Victory Series. Coalition for Peace. 8 trading cards, 1 sticker. 1991. I'm amazed that this is something that existed when I was a child. That like we're celebrating war. We're celebrating
This feels very normal though from that time frame.
Oh,
I mean,
does it?
Yeah, I mean, with how many flubbed things happened to try and give that support to the troops.
Do you think this would happen today? You think we get
Yes, absolutely.
You think there would be like Afghanistan,
in the current climate? I guarantee you they could sell something.
Russia, Ukraine
Yeah.
war? Oh God, I think that's just disgusting.
I
It
don't-
is disgusting.
And I
Yeah.
don't think it
But-
would be kids.
It's well, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be kids. This is like the lazy version of war bonds. Like that's really
except
what
tops?
it is.
Except it's a
I know it's
commercial.
I know it's a
for-profit
commercial
company.
product.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like in terms of now, you could probably still get away with a product like that as just like, think of war bonds as an NFT. Like that's basically what this is.
All right, without further Magoo, let's open these up.
You want me to open them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to open it?
I mean, you can if you want.
The
but
ghost
I
of
don't
Drew
actually
opened
own
one.
these, so I
There's
don't know if I want to give away the.
All right, I'll open up a pack here. We're gonna make sure that these are face down. We don't want to give away too many secrets.
The ghost of George Bush just
Did he
Good
pass
old
away?
HW.
no,
HW still alive?
as I recall.
No, he's dead.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A few years ago.
Oh,
Is Jimmy-
yeah.
I
I don't
think-
know.
Is
All
Jimmy
right.
Carter still
I
going?
believe Jimmy
Oh yeah,
Carter
Jimmy
is still,
Jimmy
yeah.
Carter's still going. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, it was.
Dang.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter is going to live forever.
I just remember getting the day off of work because a president died. I was like, I
Oh,
didn't
really?
even know. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like when a president dies, there's like a national day of mourning. It's a federal holiday.
Actually, I thought Jimmy Carter was dead too. There was last
He's
last
very-
last year there was like a story. He was in
Yeah.
really rough shape,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
apparently he lives.
he always bounces back, man.
He-
Well, when you're 98, eventually you're going to stop bouncing back. Let's get into these Desert Storm trading cards. This is the first one in the cockpit. In the cockpit. Very
Okay.
exciting. I'm going to read. Hold on, we're going to switch. State-of-the-art communication systems allows branches of the service remain in operation in close contact during Operation Desert Storm.
Like a ham radio
No one
backpack.
cares about. Oh, here's a great one. Ready for this one? Carpet bombing. Everybody
Oh,
loves
wow.
carpet bombing.
Isn't Isn't that what you did last Sunday?
It is carpet bombing. Carpet bombing is a tactic used to damage large geographical areas in a very short period of time. B-52s with their high payload capacity are ideal for carpet bombing. Carpet bombing.
So I believe this is also a time frame when they were using the cluster bombs, which were later decidedly like a war crime.
yeah. Oh, this stuff is ridiculous.
Yep.
Which
There we go. Marines landing. Marines are landing.
just upset because they're in 105-degree desert heat, wearing a full pack.
In times of war, the U.S. Marine Corps are the first to fight. There they are, storming the beaches of Normandy, Iraq. We got a M551 Sheridan tank, not a Sheridan tank, a Sheridan tank.
Sheridan.
The old Sheridan tank.
A6 Intruder. A6 Intruder.
It's a plane. Right?
A6 Intruder is used in Operation Desert Storm as a versatile medium attack aircraft with an all-weather day-night attack capabilities.
And dry attack
dry.
capability.
Very dry because it's a desert.
F-16.
Oh,
That's a big one. F-16 Fighting Falcon.
Because at the time it was actually fairly new.
Now, does
Was
Tom,
it?
Does Tom
Yeah.
Cruise
Yeah,
like
probably,
that?
probably,
Yeah, it
probably
was.
only a few years old, right?
Does Tom
was
Cruise
fairly
like the
new.
F-16?
I believe so.
There he is, Lieutenant General Kelly,
oh yeah.
Not
Oh.
Senator Kelly.
Nope.
Director of Operations for Joint Chiefs of Staff. Lieutenant Kelly serves as one of the Army's tactical architects in Operation Desert Storm.
And I'm pretty sure that he came back around when they went back to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just you guys are going back?
Just a man with a machine gun.
Yep.
Oh.
Do you want me to read the caption for Machine Gun? It's quite long.
Yeah, and then we've
Does
got
it talk about saws?
Well, I might. Here we go. Machine gun. Since the first Gatling gun was fired in the mid-19th century, machine guns have had an enormous impact on warfare throughout the world. Every infantry squad and most fighting craft today, including ships, helicopters, and jet fighters, is equipped with at least one of these weapons. Machine guns vary from handheld models to those which can only be transported by heavy vehicles, and
Things
they fire
like-
a wide range of shells. Most can fire one round at a time, as well as multiple rounds in rapid succession.
Things like the
Machine gun.
the Sea Whiz.
See,
You know about the Sea Whiz?
No.
Oh boy, the Sea Whiz is the one that they have on like ships that is meant to shoot down missiles or aircraft or thing, and it is like lightning fast tracking that shoots hundreds of rounds a minute. Like makes this just the loud brrr, but it'll track anything.
So we're going to do a quick giveaway, too. First person in the chat that does hashtag Liberate Kuwait will get a free
Oh,
United
no.
Nations sticker.
Oh no!
Free United Nations sticker.
Oh, these packs are far worse than I anticipated when you said you had them. Like, what a product! That who convinced somebody at Tops that
This is a good idea. This is disgusting.
Oh, you know what the more screwed up thing is? How attached are you to these? Like if I bring them with me to work tomorrow,
Don't take them. Oh, I don't. This is insanity.
One of the older guys that I work with is old enough to have been in the Army during Desert Storm.
Maybe he can complete his set. You don't know. All right, so we're gonna go. This is pack number 2. We're looking at the Agile F-14.
See, and that's where people are probably thinking about, because like the F-16 was fairly new.
Yeah. Bomb's Eye View. This image was taken from a videotape made during one of the many strike missions in Iraq. It shows the GBU-15 glide bomb reaching its target.
Wow,
So
great. Yeah.
there's some just black and white footage of a blown up industrial something.
Here's this is what Pauly Shore actually
Oh.
flew in Desert Storm. It's called the Wild Weasel.
The weasel.
The Weasel.
He was overseas wheezing the juice.
What was that movie?
In the Army
in
now.
the Army
Yeah, it
now.
was in
And
the
they
Army now.
fly
Yeah.
jets in the Army,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's 100%
Yeah,
correct. Don't
kinda.
fact check me.
Kinda.
Here we go. Here are the heavy hitters. We got a General Power and Secretary
General
Cheney
Power? General Power?
General Power.
General Power.
That's my
and
new.
Cheney. I know Powell and Cheney. They're together. This is
Oh,
this is like a
wow.
Marvel team up card.
Yeah. So
This
like
is the
when,
this is the Hulk and Spider-Man Marvel Series
Yeah.
2 team up card.
So was it General Kelly at the time? Is that the one that you guys pulled
Yes.
in the last pack? Yeah, he came back around just like those two.
Is there a comic book character named General Power?
There has to be. There has
He's
to be.
Lieutenant General Kelly.
Oh, okay.
There they are, the Marvel team up.
Yep.
Wow.
Colin Powell.
Yep. And then
Dick Cheney.
Who would have known that almost 20 years later he was going to shoot a guy in the face on a hunting trip,
I know.
and then the guy would apologize to him for
Wow.
for inconveniencing his family.
USS Wisconsin, always a heavy hitter.
Yep. Dick Cheney shot a guy in the face during a hunting trip, and the guy
Apologized.
apologized to
Yes.
him.
Here's a real all-star from the war, the Patriot missile, the Scud Interceptor.
Oh, yeah. Which
you remember that? You
they're,
wanna read some of
they're
that?
still using to this day.
You want me to read this?
You can read some of it.
Okay. How far do you want me to go?
It doesn't matter.
The Patriot missile system is best known for its Scud-stopping role in Operation Desert Storm. Each Patriot missile launch system contains 4 missiles and a trailer housing a radar unit. After launch, a radar beam illuminates the target. Then missile antennas pick up beams, reflections, and relay data to the ground, transmitting information to the missile's guidance system.
So we were just on the topic of in the Army now. Isn't there a scene in that where they're like using the laser to paint a thing in? Or am I thinking of a different Army movie?
Oh, it's been so long
I don't
since
know.
I've seen it.
I don't remember.
yeah.
I really only
There's
remember,
definitely like one of those war type movies where they're like out in the desert and they've got this big shoulder mounted laser and they're trying to highlight a target and they're like, you gotta hold still. The planes can't see it, so we gotta paint it.
I don't remember.
I only remember Son-in-Law when he's out in the field writing crawl and
We're
cursive.
gonna end this on a low note.
As we do.
There's 33. There's 10 different puzzle pieces or sticker pieces. We got the United Nations again. We got 2 United
bummer.
Nations. So that's I was
This
hoping
is
for a
how
little
Tops
bit.
convinces you to keep the war profiteering going.
Do you think Sweden will join the? No, they are in the UN, but join NATO.
I don't know.
Weren't they? They're closer than
Welcome
ever.
back
being
to
in
the
NATO.
comic shop discusses NATO.
Yeah, it's a weird time right now in the grand scheme of things. What's our last tangential topic, even though we're over time, so that we don't have to end on talking about war profiteering.
I don't
and
know. Do we want to
ghoulish cards?
Harborfest this weekend whatever your feelings are about Harborfest, John and John's and the comic shop teaming up once again.
Nice.
A Wonder
Mega
Twins powers combined. We're running a
You're wearing
15.
purple spandex at this event, right?
I'm actually going to have a monkey too.
Okay, good.
We're teaming up
Bubbles.
Comic Shop and John and John's Bike Shop, Bike and Skate Shop, 15% off. We got some coupons we're handing out. John and John's is going outside. They're going to have a quarter pipe to skate, a rail, a box, a couple things to just have fun if you want to go skate. Right across from Bev's a Dairy Treat. Get yourself a nice ice cream.
Nope.
Or what? Oh,
PJs.
PJs. Thank you. Oh, boy. Then we're across from one of those ice cream places.
If you
Across
go out to
town from-
Bev's, you'd be standing in the yard of the campground.
Yes. All right. So don't go there. Go to John and John's
Yes.
on
Doing
West
an ollie
2nd
in front
Street.
of Grandma's RV.
Yes. And then here at the comic shop, we're going to be dragging some stuff outside, 15% off. Should be a good time. Come
If
check out some
you
cool comics.
Missed Evan doing a kickflip at the skate competition.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to check him at one of the 2 locations. It's gonna be a tricky one to find him. Though.
He may do a tray flip this time. He may step up his game.
You know what you should do? If you do this thing, you should record it and then turn it into a GIF. So that way you can respond to things.
Oh,
you
we
say
can
with
definitely
yourself
like
on
have Evan doing a kickflip on a GIF.
Yeah.
or we can just find
Like
a
that's doable.
or we can find a royalty-free GIF of someone doing a kickflip and
Yeah,
just put Evan's face
It's-
on it.
Yeah, that's
I
my-
have
that's
something
my
else
point.
for you too that I just thought of.
Oh, okay.
That we'll talk about off the
Yeah.
podcast. But I don't know. I think that's it. I think we're good. I think
Um,
we've had our fill of fun.
If
yes.
you'd like to see me at Harborfest, you can see me standing on the corner of West First and Bridge Street from 3 to 11, telling you that you can't turn down First Street.
So yes, if you'd like to talk to Alex, he will be there 3 to 11.
Can I roll down my window and hand you a hamburger?
If you handed me a hamburger, I would probably be thrilled because
Oh, really?
after a certain point in time, we're not like supposed to leave the corner. But that's neither here nor there.
3 to 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have to do traffic control for the fireworks. So like after 5, they stop letting people down towards Brightbeck, and then after like 6 or 7, things just kind of started shutting down. And then after that, you can only leave the city. Like they don't let you drive down in there because it is chaos.
I remember my young years, the little wagon, little red radio flyer, going into the fireworks and staking out our spot, and then a lot of walking to get out because my grandma lived on the corner of Mohawk and Dewar,
Okay. Yep.
so that would be our home base.
Yep.
And then we walk from there across town to Brightbeck Park. I just
That's
remember
a trek.
A lot of
If
walking.
I would have just gone to the fort, but
I was-
you know,
yeah, I was
here we
spoiled.
are on where the best fireworks talk with the comic shop is.
I was spoiled. My grandfather worked for the state, so we got to go inside of the fort every year and watch everything from right up there.
Yeah. That's
was
a really
great.
cool spot. So
It's the best
my
spot.
go-to is someday when I don't have to work that particular night, I'm gonna go onto the roof of the McRobie building and climb out the hatch where I had to like pound a bunch of vent caps
Oh,
on
Okay.
because it's a very bizarre thing. Like you could climb out this hatch and then sit on the roof like leaning out.
That would probably be a great view.
How do you think it would be from inside the lighthouse?
Scary. It would
Yeah.
probably be very scary.
Too
It'd
scary.
be very loud, and you'd be like looking up at things that are essentially raining fire on top of you.
You know what I'm excited for this year? I'm not going to do it myself, but that new little peninsula that used to be the yacht club, and now it's been
so-
reclaimed by the city.
We had talked about that earlier in the week to just fully derail this and turn it into a tangent because now we're at Comic Shop Overtime featuring Talk About Whatever, because this is usually how it goes where we talk for another half an hour after the podcast.
Yeah.
They're going to let people out on that pier, but there is a point where they kind of have to cut people off because you're actually in a dangerous place where you're now so close to where literal burning embers will be hitting the ground from the parachutes of some of those bigger fireworks, or if the wind shifts, you really are in a pretty dangerous area.
okay.
But as far as I know, starting Saturday, like people will be allowed out on there to put their blankets and things.
Yeah, Aaron and I scoped it out the other day. We went kayaking and
They just put
Yeah.
the big, absolutely humongous archway up today. I didn't even. We were woefully misinterpreting the arch that was going up. I thought it was just going to be like by the Marine Museum where there's that nice little tasteful arch.
Yeah, it's
no.
built
This
already.
is this is a monumentally large.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this looks like a theme park entrance arch.
Yikes!
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, we had to assemble some barricades. That was my last minute thing to do for the day because there's
Some
a
barricades?
small patch of gravel at the end of a parking lot, and people were apparently driving through the gravel out onto the pier.
I would
Oh.
love that.
It's like, oh, all the grass and the concrete. Yeah, you just drive out there. It's normal, right?
Yeah.
Barricade.
Mm-hmm.
The obstacle.
Yes. A copyright trademark.
Mm-hmm. The comic shop features barricade, and there was another.
He's just, I don't know. He's got the, well, there's a tree balloon is always one of my favorite
Tree
characters
balloon.
you came up with.
I never heard about Tree Balloon.
Tree balloon. Oh, you can explain the premise.
Tree
of this
Balloon
character.
was born in an episode of the So Good Comic Shop Does a Podcast as an obscure character that is just a balloon tied to a branch of a tree.
stuck in a tree.
Oh, okay.
Just stuck in a tree and
But-
just it gives affirmations. Of
I'm
people-
into that.
and
So, like,
it tries
there's-
to help you.
You know, there's the big superhero showdown, and all of a sudden, tree balloon is just there, just giving like, hey, it'll be okay.
So like,
And then when the crisis is over, he just kind of floats away.
there's like an edge case there where you can have Tree Balloon be a historical character too, and he was actually the one talking to the Buddha. It transcends through time. Daily affirmations from Tree Balloon.
Yes.
You're doing your
Beauty
best,
in
and that's all we
disguise.
can expect.
Yep.
Yeah. And then again, the event's over, and he just kind of just floats away.
Until next time.
Tree balloon.
I
Great
kinda love
character.
that, yeah.
I know. That's a good character. We definitely should put that in the obstacle there. You should put that in the obstacle.
Somewhere.
All right. I think I'm good.
Yep.
Is that it?
I've done my tangents for the day.
Thank you. So this, you can take us home.
Beautiful tangents. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Oswego Shaman. The
Shaman
Shaman
Cop does-
Oswego Shaman
Shaman
Cop
Shop.
does a podcast. I'm Aaron Zeeley. I'm the keeper of the goose.
Oh, I'm Evan Coy, your tyrannical comic book overlord. We're here with regular guest stars,
A guy who works for the city.
and
And Michael Callie.
I think that's it. Good night, everybody.
Godspeed and good luck.
Apologies to Jack Kirby.